Good morning, peas. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the Morning Cuppa. I'm so glad you're here. Good morning, Deirdre. Thank you for sharing. Good morning, Kathy Hand. Good morning, Andrea Gregg. And cheers, everybody, on this beautiful Tuesday morning. It's Thankful Tuesday. Who are you thankful for? I am grateful for every one of you. I'm grateful for another day alive. And we're going to go into our hearts. So let's do that now together. Hand on your heart and breathe in deeply. Just take that breath all the way into your lungs. Let it expand out and put your tummy out, filling up your lungs completely, totally. Let's say those affirmations that we've been saying for, what is the 106 days, I think, Deirdre? So the affirmations are, I am worthy. I am enough. Miracles happen to me every day. Opportunities show up everywhere. And why is it so easy to manifest that which I want in my life? I am loved. I am abundant. I am healthy. Breathe it in, breathe in love, and breathe out love. Breathe in light and breathe out light. Breathe in peace and breathe out peace. And then put a smile on your face, because spirit magnifies incredible loving energy. And let's love on somebody. Pull somebody into your heart. Who do you want to hug? Who do you want to share love with? Who do you want to tell, get in here? I want to love on you. I want to be grateful this morning that you're in my life. Lots of hugs going on. All right, who joined us? Shanaz from Pakistan, welcome. Thank you for being here. Blue Jean, hello, hello, good morning. And you're hot this morning. Well, for some reason, it has cooled down here in Colorado. We had a very cool day yesterday, and then it rained overnight. It stormed and rained, and it's even cooler now, and then it's supposed to drop some more. So I don't know what that's all about, but I want my warm weather back. So you can send me some of that hot, Blue Jean. Just push it out here to the west. Good morning, Darlene. Yes, we've missed you. Thank you for coming in this morning. Hello, Miss Pat Moss. Brandy girl, I am worthy. I am enough. Miracles and happiness happen to me every day, and I love myself. I love that. So what are some of the other affirmations you all are doing? We mentioned some. We did a few of them while we were doing the heart brain. Hope Wellington Marshall, thank you for being here. You're hugging on great Auntie Jean. Where the heck is she? We have been missing our Auntie Jean for a few days, and I don't like it when I'm missing a P, especially that one. She's so wise and beautiful and loving. Let's call her in here. And Darlene, you're very hot and humid in Michigan. Well, I guess you all are just using up all the heat, so I don't get any. Deirdre, you're loving on your Brandy. Yes, me too. Sending Brandy a very sweet big hug. All right, so what else? What you grateful for? What's going on? Yes, let's call that Auntie Jean in here. She had family coming into town. Okay. Well, we'll just keep her lifted up every day and keep reminding her of how much we do love her. All right. So what's happening in your world, in your little piece of real estate here on the planet Earth? It's been, like I said, it's been wet, overcast, chilly. I couldn't even see the mountains yesterday here in Colorado, and you all know how much I love my Rockies. I don't like not being able to see them, but it's all right. This too shall pass, and I'm not going to complain about the rain because I know how much they need it here in this area. And if it'll keep wildfires down, then bring it on. Bring on as much rain as Colorado can handle. Miracles happen to me every day, and they truly do. Absolutely, Pat Moss. And Pat, I'll send you my itinerary for when I'm going to be in London, and let's see if we can make it happen, that we can meet up while I'm there. All right, so what do we have this morning? We have, good morning, Annie 7. You were never powerless. That is the message from the angels. The most common way people give up their power is by thinking they don't have any. That's a quote by Alice Walker. For so many, there's a slow surrender of personal power, not through force, not through circumstance, but through the belief that they never had any to begin with. It's a forgetting, a veil drawn over the soul's brilliance, dimming the light that once knew itself as divine. Each of us is born with an inherent spark of divine potential. This is not given by the world, and thus it cannot be taken away by it. Yet as we journey through life, we may absorb the doubts of others, internalize limitations, and confuse humility with helplessness. We begin to shrink ourselves to fit into someone else's idea of who we should be. But true power is not dominance or control. It is the quiet knowing of who you are. It is the unwavering voice of your soul that says, I am worthy, I am whole, I am here to shine. You reclaim your power every time you choose truth over fear. You step into it when you rise after falling, speak after silence, love after loss. And you remember it each time you pause and ask, who told me I wasn't enough? Dear angels, when we say the words, I am enough, I am worthy, there's a part of us that says, oh, yeah, right. We have a tendency to complicate the simple things, like our worthiness. We came here as innocent beings. So, how do we get back to that? Dear ones, you were never without power, only without remembrance. Your soul has not forgotten, even if your mind has. To reclaim what was never truly lost, return to your center. Return to love. Your power is not measured by accomplishments or applause. It is the breath of courage that comes when you feel fear, but choose to move anyway. It's the light in your eyes when you speak your truth. It is the gentleness in your hands when you offer healing to yourself or others. When you feel small, remember you are part of all that is. When you feel lost, know the compass is already within you. When you feel broken, recognize the cracks are where the light enters. We are beside you, whispering strength into your spirit. When you doubt, lean into us. When you falter, let our wings steady you. When you rise, Know that all of heaven rejoices. You are never powerless. You are simply powerful beyond measure, and we are here to remind you. The angels whisper, your power is not in what you control, it is what you remember. You are divine, eternal, and radiant. Shine, dear one, shine. Today, I promise to claim my power. Can you make that promise? Let's make that promise together that we're going to remember. You know, as we get older, our memory isn't as sharp sometimes as it was in our younger days. It doesn't have to be that way. But sometimes it seems like your personal health, your environment, the nutrition, there are things that affect it. But it doesn't have to fade. And we can set an intention and we can make a promise to ourselves that today I'm going to remember. I'm going to remember my greatness. I'm going to remember that I have greatness within me and that I have the power of the angels that are guiding me. I promise to reclaim my power, damn it. That's right, Deirdre. I love that. Making that promise is a promise to yourself. Kathy Han joined us. Kathy, what's going on with Better Than Ice and Snow? Deirdre, we're advised to stay indoors until this heat wave breaks. I do that anyway. I love my happy place. Well, come out here to Colorado. We're not as hot as the East, obviously, because I had to put a jacket on to go to the grocery store yesterday. And this is the end of June. That's crazy. But that's Colorado. If you don't like the weather, wait a minute. Brandy, I love that. I promise to remember my greatness. And we can do it every morning when we wake up. When we say those affirmations, when you say, I am worthy, you're remembering that you are an eternal spirit being and you have every right to have whatever your heart desires. You have every right to be great and to rise up, up, up. And of course, Kuan Yin says, trust. Trust what you feel the divine is communicating to you through happenings around you. There is divine guidance in all things if we know how to feel and look for it through the heart without silencing our intuition with logic. That is what happens. We talk ourselves out of miracles. We talk ourselves out of so much joy and bliss and fun in life, right? But if we just remember who we are, remember what we are, then we're not going to be able to talk ourselves out of it. We don't want to, because we want that feeling of bliss. We want to feel joy and feel lifted up. So remember who you are. Remember your magnificence. And remember, like Dr. Wayne Dyer taught us, remember to say, I am that. I am. Whatever that is. If you're looking at the top of a mountain, I am that. I am the mountaintop. I'm not down here in the valley. I am rising higher and higher every day. If you're looking at a beautiful sunset, I am that. I am. And just boost that inside of yourself. Keep telling yourself how beautiful you are, how loved you are, how great you are. It's not an ego thing. This is not a human greatness or egoistic type of being bigger and better and the best we can be. This is our spirit shouting out into the void and into the universe. I am that. I am. I am great. I am beautiful. I am wonderful. I'm amazing. Okay. The rainy weather is better than icy snow. Okay, I get it, Kathy. Yes, I will take rain over snow and ice any day. All right, so we are up to page 33 in Angels in My Pocket, and I'm hoping little Pocket is watching. First message. Remember that your wounds do not define you. However, they do have the power to fuel your purpose in life. Those wounds, every experience that we go through, all the fires of life, the challenges, that's not who we are. It's only a part of who we are. But sometimes we define ourselves by one of those wounds. We pick one, and that's who we are, right? So let's stop doing that. Let's stop that kind of insanity and say, no, it happened. Our experiences happened. We went through something, but that's not who I am. That's only a part of what shaped me into who I am. The next one. Some of you are given many opportunities to shine your light brightly, yet you choose to keep your light dimmed. You will not be forced to take any action. It is totally your choice if you step up or not. You are not judged for your choices, yet you may continue to have an inner nudge that you are constantly aware of. It's not about judging. It's not about being good or bad or better or higher. It's all about being authentically you. We talked about that yesterday. And to be authentically who we are, we have to acknowledge our greatness. We have to. We have to acknowledge our spirit being and know that there's more to this life than what meets the physical eyes. It's what our spiritual eyes see. That's what this life is all about. All right, the last one. As the human brain relaxes its hold on your attention, your spirit being can then play uninterrupted, which you do in your deep sleep time. This is your prime opportunity, dear ones, to fully see your true self. As you awaken, take that holy moment to stay connected. Ask for guidance. Ask for answers. Ask and receive what is for your best and highest good according to your divine plan. It's not about anybody else. This life that we're living, it's an opportunity for us to grow. As we grow spiritually, as we understand more about each other, more about interacting, trusting, loving each other, then we're going to grow spiritually in leaps and bounds. That's why I say some of those, what we consider really big challenges, that's what takes us higher. And we feel it. We feel lifted after we come through a fire, don't we? After you come through an experience that was really tough, and then you're breathing again, you're relaxing into who you are, you remember your magnificence. You remember that you are worthy to be healed. You are worthy to be whole. You are worthy to have everything that your heart desires. So allow those experiences to shape you, but not to define you. You are not an illness, so stop claiming it. When we say I am, those next words are very important. So if we're talking about ourselves and our journey here on this earth plane, when you say I am, what do you say next? What's that next word? And for so many, it's an illness, or it's a way that you're showing up in the world, like being a parent or a wife or husband or teacher or whatever. Stop letting your experiences define you. Allow them to help shape who you are. But no individual experience makes you this person right now that's sitting here, standing here, whatever you're doing, laying there maybe. Not one experience makes you that. It's the culmination of all of our life experiences. So why would you just allow one to define you, right? When you say I am, pay close attention to what you say next, because you're using something that's just one thing to define you instead of your whole experience. Okay, we have our Leo with us this morning. Yay! And we have Susan Flo. Thank you for joining. Catherine Kovacs. Deirdre, I love that statement. I actually used to believe that it would be arrogant to love myself until my 60-something. Sometimes it takes us a while, right, to really get the memo. And yes, I was right there with you, Deirdre. I thought that self-love meant I was arrogant, meant that, there was a part of me that felt like I was better than somebody else. That's not what self-love is. Self-love is actually a beautiful way of caring about yourself and others. And we have to start with ourselves. We have to love ourselves first. If we don't fill that cup that's inside our heart with love, then we don't have anything to give to anybody else. So thank you for sharing that. And Blue says, I am that which is light, love, and joy in our universe. Yes, you are. And Leo says, good morning. I really miss you having to stream on YouTube because I got locked out of my Facebook account. Haven't been able to log back in. Have you been a bad boy? Sometimes Facebook just picks on one thing and they blast you and don't let you have access to your account. And sometimes it's absolutely nothing that you do. It's just the algorithm and a word maybe that you use or whatever that gets you in trouble with them. But it's all AI. So they are checking, and they're checking for certain things. I've been locked out before. I called it being in Facebook jail. And, I just really don't do a whole lot anymore on that platform. I post the blog, the Daily Angel Message, and check on birthdays and stuff like that. But I don't use it like I used to because it got to be really obnoxious. Kathy, don't think I mentioned that Marley and her boyfriend Luke did find a new and better apartment, and we'll be moving in mid-August. Aw, you're so welcome for the prayers. We lift up our spirit family. We help each other. Brandy, I am me. There you go. That's a good way to say the I am. And the me is everything, right? It's everything you've experienced in life. It's who you are truly, not who the world says you are or who the world defines you as. You don't have to check a box, right? You don't have to pick just one thing. You're the culmination of everything. What else we got? Leo, I've been a good boy. They want me to set up two-step verification, but they have my old number and I can't get the code they send me to set it up. And there's not a person that you can talk to. That's the other thing. You can't get through to somebody even when you send a message. It's never returned. That was my experience with it anyway. All right. Well, I hope you enjoyed all of the messages and the conversation, and just a remembrance of who we are. That's what today is all about, is Thankful Tuesday, being grateful for who you are, grateful for this experience. I'm grateful for every breath I take. It's been a long journey for me to get to this place in life where I feel good, really good about my life, about this journey and this mission that I'm on, the Peace on Earth tour. And I drafted an email to the Dalai Lama last night because I'm asking for a private audience with the Dalai Lama. He is still taking private sessions with people to meet with him individually. And so I introduced myself as an international peace ambassador and told him about the Peace on Earth tour and asked if I could have a private audience for him to bless our journey. So let's all get behind that, if you would support that intention that the Dalai Lama is going to be aware of what we are doing as a spirit group, a soul group, bringing more love and peace into the world and connecting our countries together. I haven't talked to Prachetta about it yet, but I'm 100% confident that Prachetta is going to help us do a land blessing in India. Won't that be amazing to be able to place a crystal in India that communicates with us here in the United States? And the same thing, Hope, I'm wanting to do a land blessing there in the UK and connect that with America and internationally as well. I'm not sure I'll be able to do it in Egypt, but I can leave a gemstone there and I can give it instruction from the angels and ask that that be connected as well. So it's exciting, isn't it, you guys? I think it's so exciting that we are on this verge of being international ambassadors of bringing more peace, more love, more joy into the world and connecting us all together, feeling that connection. All right. So it is prayer time. Thank you, Deirdre. Yes, it is prayer time. And Deirdre said that would be awesome on so many levels, wouldn't it? And it's going to be, and it already is. I'm just claiming it. I'm asking for us all to get behind the intention. And between now and November, let's just see the Dalai Lama accepting my request for a sit down with him and just be blessed for this journey that we're on. And Brandy says, I'm thankful that my mama Deirdre happily reminds me every day that I'm loved and worthy, even when I don't feel or see it in myself. Yeah, just like the angel message said, when we say those words, I am worthy, I am enough, feel it. Feel it deep in your heart. Feel that, yes, you are indeed worthy. You're enough just as you are. You don't have to change. You don't have to get rid of stuff. You don't have to be anything other than authentically you. And that's what that's all about. That's where your power is just to be you, be who you are, who you came here to be, and who you showed up as before the world changed and molded you. Good morning, Sally and Tony. We've been missing you. Thank you for coming in. And Blue says, ask Hathor about doing the ritual in Egypt. Yeah, well, I know we're going to do water blessings. We've already planned on doing a water blessing at the Nile River and at the Red Sea. I'm going to both places. So Ruth and Deb and I will be doing water blessings while we're there. And like I said, I plan on leaving a crystal that's going to connect in with all of the crystal grid that we have made throughout the United States. So I'm very, very excited about all of this journey, but especially about the peace aspect of connecting in more peace on earth. Thank you, Brandy. Prayers for the email to be received. And Blue says, I will try to manifest a phone number for the Dalai Lama. Yeah, I was trying to make the email very specific about the journey and what's going on and what we want to accomplish as a group, wanting to bring in more peace on earth and make it a reality. So those are the things I've included in the email. All right, Kona, settle down. Settle. No, settle. Somebody wants my attention. He says, you've been on that thing long enough. All right. Sally, I've been dealing with an eye injury and it's finally feeling better today. Wound up with a scratch in my cornea. Oh, that sounds painful. So let's add you to our prayers today and lift you up in prayer. All right. Anybody else that came in? Oh, Deirdre, it already is. It's already a done deal to have that meeting with the Dalai Lama. I feel it. I really do. And Neville Goddard has taught us about manifesting when you can feel it real in your heart and visualize it. So this is what we're going to do from now until the trip over to India, which will happen the middle of November. Let's visualize every day sitting with the Dalai Lama, because y'all are going to be there. You're right beside of me this whole journey. So let's see us asking the Dalai Lama for his blessing and asking for just an insight from him about bringing in peace on earth. We know that he's all about peace. He's all about joy. He's all about happiness. And so I know that this will be huge for our journey as the Peace for Peace and the Peace on Earth tour. All right, so let's get to our prayers. And if you have anybody that you would like to lift up, just put them in that prayer, in the message, and we will lift them as we go up in our prayer time. Prayers for all humans, for Gaia and all who live on her back, for world peace, attention to human trafficking, support for all families living with addiction, and prayers for our troops and for the United States. Thank you for that, Deirdre. And Brandy, prayers for all touched by suicide and or dementia of any type. Thank you. Let's pray for Dolly, because it's getting closer and closer to her coming home to Jean and Dave and the fur babies who are going to give her so much love. And we have Sally with prayers for the lost, the lonely, the forgotten, the unloved, the homeless, for those who live under the fear of another, and for our P family and extended family as well. Let us relax into our divine light. Absolutely. That's what the angel shared with us last night, to just remember our magnificence. Remember that light that shines out brightly in this world. Okay, so let's go in our hearts. We connect in with the breath. So let that breath just start to lift you already. As you breathe in, imagine filling up a big balloon. And we're just going to start rising slowly, surely, knowing that this is our true self, not weighted down by things of the 3D world, not weighted down with worry, anxiety, fear, but lifting higher and higher yet as we go up, 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 as we let our own angel wings lift us. Just envision that you have the wings and now you have the wind as you take in each breath and feel yourself floating. What kind of bird are you relating to? I'm floating like an eagle today. I'm seeing things with that eagle eye perception, high above all of the landmass, all of the buildings, all the people, all of nature. Let's just go up higher, as high as you can float. Just let yourself relax into it. It's not a fantasy. This is reality. This is what you can call in any given moment for your experience to take you to a higher vibration, a higher frequency. And as you are floating there, look around. See the other peas floating through the air. Maybe they have a different wing set. Maybe they're a bigger bird or a smaller bird. But we're all equal. We're all the same as we move along and float along in our universe. Just have fun with it. Have fun floating through the air. Have fun lifting up and leaving any worries behind, leaving anything that's too heavy to carry on your wings. Let's carry instead empathy, love, care in our hearts. So as we hold each other and we hold our loved ones and we hold our world for peace to fall all over this world, let's go higher yet. Let's keep lifting up until we have break through the bounds of this earthly plane and we go up to a higher dimension. And it's easy to breathe. There's no restrictions, there's no boundaries, there's no limits. As we lift higher and higher yet, put the smile on your face as you know that you're going to encounter the Creator. You're going to sit face to face with the divine, seeing Divine Mother, Mary Magdalene, Jesus, seeing the ancestors and the ascended masters. Maybe you can see some of the ones that have guided you, such as Yogananda, who's huge among us, bringing in love, bringing in light. Who do you see as you float along in this higher dimension, as you sit here with the Creator and pour out those things that you're holding in your heart, the things that you chose to bring forward, to ask for a blessing, to ask for a shift and a miracle? Just look and see who you're surrounded by. It may be a loved one. It may be parents or siblings or children. Just be in this moment. Let's be at peace. Let's be love. So as we lay down and empty our heart of all the prayers, all the things that we chose to bring forth, we feel even lighter now, releasing those burdens that we don't have to carry with us. It gives our wings a different feel as we float through the air. So let's float together for just a few minutes, being our magnificent self. And then let's float back with each other, back to where we are, back to our familiar, and those that we say each day, the beautiful words of thank you, I love you. You are so beautiful, you're so precious, and you're magnificent. So feel your magnificence today. And let's see what we got. Marietta, up, up, up with God's vision, lighting our way. We are so grateful for divine love. Absolutely. And Catherine Kovacs, continue to pray for me, Michael, and the fur babies. We certainly will, darling. And Susan, thank you for prayers for peace and harmony. And yes, we did lift up Dolly today. I can't wait for Dolly to be there with you. And let's see, Blue, you had a peregrine, sassy, frassy bird brain. I've seen your peregrine there in your area. It's beautiful. And Deirdre's floating peacock with the peas. Of course you are, with all those beautiful colors. I almost used a peacock picture in the message from the angels when I posted it yesterday, but instead it was a kitty cat. All right, so let's get into our Leo song and get the heck out of here so we can have a magnificent day.
Good morning, Earthlings. It's time to get up and get ready because today's the perfect day to have a great day. Here we go, come on, come on. Come on, let's play. It's a beautiful day. If you woke up this morning, might as well be part of it. We're on the peaceful peace, on our mission for harmony. You and me, mama, be on the lead wherever we may be.
Somebody heard the music and knows that it's almost time to go OUT. Settled for a moment, so I don't want to say anything that's going to get him riled up. Actually, I think he's waiting for breakfast. And we have sunshine. Yay! Maybe it will warm up some today. Full of joy. Oh, sweet Annie, thank you for your message yesterday. It made my day for somebody to tell me they loved me, just out of the blue. I love that. We are a winning team.
Morning cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste. Morning cuppa full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste.
I love you. All right, you ready for the AAA dance? There really is no secrets.
There really is no secret.
We simply accept, align, allow. AAA, y'all.
Full of joy every day. To start the day on a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you,
Thank you. I love you. Namaste, y'all.
Full of joy every day.
And woohoo!
On a high vibe, we call the AAA. Morning cuppa full of joy with all the peas and the pod. The daily mantra is thank you, I love you, namaste, y'all.
Let's go. How are you going to show your magnificence today? What have you got planned or allowing to happen in your life that will show others that your light is shining out bright? Oh, thank you, Andrea Craig. We love you too. Ooh, thank you, Leo. And thank you, Peas. What a beautiful, beautiful time together this morning. What a great way to start our day. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And there we go. Ooh, with love and peace. And little Kona is so ready for me to be off of this computer. Right, Kona? I got tail wagging going on. Are you ready for me to be off the computer? You want to say hello to the peas or say goodbye to the peas? Let's see if we can get you on here. There's the Kona boy. Say hi to everybody. Say hi, peas. Yep, he's ready. See the tail wags? You got waggy tails going on. Say bye, peas. I love you. And say I love you. He's a sweetheart. And Pocket says, woof. Oh, Pocky, I love you so much. You too, Gruffy and Razzmatazz. All right, I'm out of here. I will see you all back here tomorrow for the Morning Cuppa, and tomorrow's prayer day. So if you have any prayers to add to our list, let me know so that I can change it before we read all the names on the prayer list tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Stay in your heart. Let your light shine out magnificently. Bye for now. Namaste.